So, first of all, I'll introduce you a website where you can see many UI UX examples, designs, and users too that you can interact with. Its name is Dribble. Yeah, so you guys can open the link and explore it for few minutes. Yeah, so this is the main website that UI UX designers use to explore the type of designs that are being made in the recent times, the latest trends and all stuff. You can see here the famous UI UX designers. See, once you search UI UX in the search bar, you will get a plenty of UI UX designs that you can come across, and you can like get influence from them, get inspired. All the designers have different kind of approaches to their designs. They have uniqueness. The main thing to be a UI UX designer is to have uniqueness in your designs. Like uh, a code can be copied from anywhere, like ChatGPT, but a UI UX design can be done only by yourself. If you have a good approach to your designs, and if your designs are unique, give a different kind of vibes to the user, and if the user also finds it easily accessible to use your designs, then the user appreciates your designs and can go through this anytime. There are many of the uh, like you can get many mobile applications and web applications too. There is no limit in this website. So coming to the Figma back, guys, I would like you all to make a new design file where we will make a small, uh, like a beginner type of frame that will help you to understand all the options and the buttons that are available on the Figma. You can make a design file here, the blue button. Once you make a new design file, you will be able to see this interface. Yeah, so let's continue. Uh, so let's begin with this option right here. This is a frame button where you are going to make a frame for your design. This is the frame. You can choose any frame you want. Like for a mobile application, you can use the phone section. Like there are Android large or iPhone frame. Then for a web application, you can use the desktop version, that is desktop or MacBook, whatever you like. Most of them go with Android large, that is useful for all the interfaces. Yeah, so this will be the main frame on which you are going to work today. How to select a frame? By just clicking on it. Then you will be able to see all the options that you can make changes into this frame. The main function that is used is to change the color, that is the fill option. By clicking on this color right here, you can change any color, going to dark or going to light, any you like. Then here are the effects that you can make in a frame or a division. We'll learn this after making some more figures or shapes on this frame. This frame represents your mobile screen. Now, after making one more division, going to this option, you can make shapes like rectangle or any ellipse or polygon, line, anything you want. This is kind of divisions, like you may have come across divisions in HTML, right? So kind of that. Once you click on that, a cross appears like a plus sign. Rather than your cursor, you will see a plus sign. That means you are able to make a shape that you have selected. Now just make that shape. Now you can move that shape by just clicking on it and just dragging it anywhere you would like to. You can also enlarge it or enclose it after clicking on the corner options that you can see right here. This makes a division that uh, like first we need to make a head bar. So there comes the head bar division. You can name this rectangle here, right here, by right clicking on it and rename it. You can also change the color of that division as you want. Now coming to these options that I said, effects and stroke. Stroke means giving a outline to that shape. If you want to scroll in, just press Ctrl plus scroll up your mouse like this. Scroll out, scroll in. So stroke is the outline for a division. You can enlarge it too after dragging this one. The one you can see here. Just drag this by left or right. But right now we don't need this, so you can remove it by just clicking on minus. So it will leave one. Now coming to the effects, you can do many effects like drop shadow, and you can choose another effect too by clicking on the arrow, drop down arrow. Inner shadow, drop shadow, layer, blur, and background blur. Sorry. So we'll choose the drop shadow right now. If you want to increase the drop shadow intensity, you can click on the sun type of icon besides the drop shadow. Then you can click on the color of the shadow that you want to do here. You can choose it, increase the intensity right here. If you want to spread the shadow, like go more inside or like below, then you can just drag this blur option towards your right. In this way you will be able to do a drop shadow effect. Now to select division, you just have to click on it. Then you might have come across borders, right? Round borders. If any button is there, then it may have round borders, right? So for that, you just have to use this option right here that is written as 0, right? Besides it, you can see a corner radius. You can just click on it and push, drag it towards your right to increase the border radius. It makes the button look more like a soft angle, or it has like a radius on its corner, right? In this way, you have made already a button that is the main thing which is used in UI/UX design. Maybe a button, or you can increase its length according to you. Now, if you want to copy and paste the same division, you can just right click on it and just copy it, just paste it here. You can see another division just similar to it that has been made. So on the left section that you can see, there are all the division names that are being used in the frame. It will be shown right here on your left section, and on the right section are the functions or the changes that you can make in a division by clicking on it. Once you want to get out of this division, you can just click anywhere in the background. It will disappear. I was going to show you how to install the plugins, right? So once you are done with this, just right click on the background. You'll be able to see these options. Here you need to go to plugins. After plugins, you need to your account may be first time like that, so there may be no plugins. So if you want to add plugins, you need to go to manage plugins. After clicking it, you need to search for Iconify. I'll write it down on the group. Yeah, so this plugin is the best plugin that is used for UI/UX designing. This plugin has all the types of different types of all the icons that are used for UI/UX designing. Let me show you that. You have to click on Iconify, then you will see this interface. Here you will be able to see all the types of icons. You can search it also. Like let's say for a user profile, we need a user icon, right? So just search user. It will show a user icon right here. For example, you need a search button, search icon. So just search, then you will see search icons. For example, you need a hamburger menu, right? That's always on right top of your screen or left top. So you can see hamburger like this. You just need to click on it and select the type of color you want here right below. Then just click on import icon so that this icon will be imported on your design file. Once you have clicked on it, it will be imported automatically and you can see its name here right here. You need to bring it in on your frame. Yeah, so sometimes if you bring some division on your frame, it happens like your division or your icon is not visible, but it is being dragged. Let's say, for example, like this. Yeah, it happens sometimes. So if you feel like that you need to bring some icon in front of the frame, then you just need to right click. You will be able to see these options right here. You need to click on bring it to front. That means it will come above the frame and not behind the frame. For example, let me show you this problem. Yeah, this is the icon right here. This is the button. But I want that this hamburger icon should be above this button. But it happens like if you drag this button onto the icon will be hidden. To overcome this, what you need to do first, if you want the icon above your screen, above your button, you just need to right click and click on bring it to front. Then click on the button and drag it behind you. Now we'll see that how to name a division that will be used for your coding stuff, right? To name a division, like you need to name it into the like commas, right? Division class name. So first you need to select this button. For example, you have to name it as a button, right? So just right click on that name and click on rename. Just name it whatever you want and click enter. That division or a button will be named whatever you have written, right? Now for example, this is a division in which I want my button to be placed. So whenever I will make different frames, I don't want to make repeated, like first I will make this one, then again make a button. No, I don't need to do that hard work, right? So what we need to do is we just have to make a group. This division should be made like a group, that whenever I make this group, automatically the button is also made with it. So for that, you just have to click on the division that you want to be made as a group. Then for example, this group has been selected. Then you need to convert it into group. So right click on it, then press group selection right here. Then it will be named as group 1. So when I want to see what elements are there in this group, I can go to this drop down arrow that is shown here, right here. Just click on it, then it will show that this shape that I have made it as a group is already present in that group. Now I want to bring this button, right? This button into this group. So I just need to select this button. Now press this button and just drag it until the white line is below group 1. That means the button will be placed inside group 1. So button will go below group 1, right? That means it has already been placed in group 1. You need to adjust the position, right? You need to adjust the position by yourself, but first you need to bring its name under group 1. That means it's like a combination of two shapes into group 1. Call this group as a division. Now when I want this group to be replicated in other frames too, what will I do? Just copy and paste. Then automatically the group will be sorry. First you need to select the group 1. Okay. First you need to select the group 1. Then press right click on group 1. Then copy it. Then paste it here. It will be replicated as it is. And for example, if you are making another frame, right? You shouldn't copy frames, but I'm just showing you for an example because the frame names should be always different. So for example, I made a new frame, right? I want this division as it is right here. So I just copied it and pasted it into this frame, right? Consider it as a division or a shape, right? So if you want to, for example, you want to delete this group or shape, whatever it is, then just click on it and press delete on your keyboard. It will be automatically deleted. And sometimes it happens that it's deleted by mistake. So if you want it again back, then just tap Ctrl plus Z. It will come back. If you want to delete, just press delete, and if you want it back, just press Ctrl plus Z. It will come back. You can take any value. You can just tap here and change the value, like I want it as 25, then it will change automatically. Or if I want it as 0, then just tap it as 0. Then it will be as a block structure without any forks. We'll begin with the prototyping part. Prototyping generally means the changes that you want to do from one frame to another frame, or when you want to click on any button, then any animation should be done, right? So for that, now just deselect everything that you have on your screen, then press on prototype right here on your right top. Then you will be able to see these options that are used for prototype. This will be output, the screen that is visible on your right hand side. You can change the screen to Android small or Android large, anything you want. But if it's a mobile application, then keep it as a mobile screen only. Don't go to computer or a laptop screen. Now after clicking prototype, Just for example, we'll take these two divisions that are to be used for the animation. Say for example, I want this button to get shrink when I click on it. No, let's say enlarge it when I click on it. So just tap or keep the option prototype on your right hand side and select the group which you want to change the animation in. Now press the button that you want to keep it as an initial point of animation, where if you click on that uh, button or an icon or an shape to be animated, then you should first select that button. For example, I have selected this button. Now I want this button to get enlarged right here. So click on the other button first in the another frame. Now go to design option to enlarge it. You can enlarge it by here, dragging it here, or you can also change the values right here. XY means the scale, like a graph. It's like a position. It changes when we change the position of the button. And W means the width of the button and height means H. So for example, I have enlarged it a little bit than the original button, and make sure the both buttons have the same name. Make sure both have the same name, because if they are different, they can't be related to each other. Now go back to prototype. Now when you keep your mouse on the button that you want to start as the initial point for your animation, you will be able to see these circles or plus signs on the edges of this shape or button. Then you just have to click on it and drag it to another button, or like you can also touch it to the another frame. Then you will be able to see navigate to option, can change on tap, on drag while hovering, means the kind of animation you want to do after a function is done. Like on tap means when you tap a button, the animation will be done. When you drag the button or drag any division, then the animation will be done. While hovering means if you just bring your mouse on the button, then that animation will be done. So for example, I want by on tap, so it will navigate to, make sure the frame name should be different than the original one, so that transition is made. The name is right here, Android large screen. Android large screen. Make it smart animation, not the instant. Smart animation. You can change the timing also here. Anything. It may 500 or 5000, anything. It just depends how much longer animation you want or how short animation you want. So once this wire is made, just try to go on this present button, play button, to check your prototyping if it's successful or not. Say for example, this is my first frame, that is Android large one. Then after clicking on it, is it going to another page? Is it animating to another page? See, for example, when I clicked on it, it was small, but when I clicked, it animated to grow larger. If you want to restart the animation, you can go to right bottom here. Restart option is there. See, when I click on it, it animates and it gets large. For example, sometimes if you want that if I click on the same button, it should get smaller. So you should do the same thing. First select the button that you want to choose as the initial point where you want to click or you want to hover. Then keep the option as prototype here. Then go on to the edge. Then you can see a circle. Then just drag it to another frame and just leave it. Now check these options that are available. Navigate to on tab Android large one, that is the another frame. Smart animate and the time whatever you want to do. Once the wire is connected, then it's final that the prototype is ready to animate. Then just unselect everything. You can see two animations I have made. One from the larger button to go to smaller button, and from one small button to go to large button. Then go to the prototyping tab. You can restart here so that it gets refreshed. Now check it. Just one click, it gets larger. After one more click, it gets smaller. That means our prototype is recycled. Means if once I have gone to another frame, when I click on the another frame, then it goes back to my original frame. That's how mobile applications or websites are made. If you want to uh, click on the home button or like contact button, it can go anytime, any frame you want to transition to. That means your prototype is successful. If you guys want this file, I'll share with you. You can go through this whatever I have done. And also when you want to see the prototype, you just have to play button right here, present, to start the prototype, and just click on the button right here. I just right here. Yeah, and if you want to add the text also on the button, just click on T right here. That means text. First you need to go to design option so that prototype is not selected. Now tap on T. Now place the cursor wherever you want to place the text. Now you can see that you can write text on the button. You can change the font size right here, 12, change it to 22. Oh, first you need to deselect the text so that it's not editing right now. Just select it without the cursor, then change it to 22. Then it gets changed to font size 22. Then if you want to go back to 12, just change it like that. You can place the text also wherever you want. If you want to change the text what is written, just double click on the text, then you can change it the way you want. will be automatically updated. You can see it on the prototype. Yeah, so we are done with this prototyping part too.